What's going on YouTube? I wanted to make a video. I've actually been meaning to make this video for quite some time. It's about my dog. He had a tumor growing on his spleen about 2 years ago. It was a big tumor. It was like 2.5 kilos, I think. I think that's what it was. It was huge. Apparently, like the vet said it was what did the vet say? He said it was like the size of a soccer ball. Which is kind of like hard to imagine, like how could he fit something like that inside his stomach. But yeah, he was I only really noticed it we only noticed it when he was laying down one day and there was a huge bulge outside of his abdomen. um, he he was, for like a week or two beforehand, he was like trying to, like, it was like he was trying to make himself throw up, like trying to get it out of his stomach. He Yeah, he was like trying to dry reach, and we were like a bit concerned about that. And yeah, we took him to the vet, and they did a scan, and they noticed this big tumor growing on his spleen. And I mean, it was terrible because we thought it was cancer, and they said, oh, it's, the chances are it's cancer, like maybe like 1%, or maybe like 90% of them are cancerous. The tumours that grow on their spleens are very, very aggressive cancer, is what they said. And the first vet actually said that even if it's not cancerous, they can remove it, but if they remove the spleen, the dog is not likely to survive very long. But she didn't know what she was talking about, because we went to another vet, and they said the opposite thing. They said that, or they didn't say the opposite thing, but they said that wasn't correct. The spleen, they can actually survive without the spleen, especially here in New Zealand where there's not very much diseases for them to catch. Yeah, and he's still alive now, 2 years later. He had the tumor removed. I can't actually remember what the scientific name for this cancer, or non, well, obviously it wasn't cancer for him, but the scientific name for the tumor. But I'll look that up before I post this video. But hopefully that gives you some hope if you just found out that your dog has this has a tumor growing on their spleen. It was great, like when we found out that it wasn't cancer, obviously, and yeah, he's still going strong. Actually 2.5 years later, I would say, about 2.5 years later, without a spleen. He's fine. He's 11 and a half years old. He was 9 when he had that operation. It was a big operation, and he had to stay in the vet for like a few days later. A few days, yeah, and the vet just like made sure he was okay, and stuff like that. He had to wear like one of those things around like the head too for a couple of weeks, just to stop him from chewing at the wound. And he looked quite a bit leaner too. We just thought he was getting really fat when he had this like huge stomach. Not sure if we still have photos. If we do, I'll chuck it up in the video. Yeah, so hopefully this is helpful or something like that. I mean, it's terrible to find out something like this about your dog, especially if you think, that they could die. So yeah, hopefully if your dog has this, hopefully they don't have the cancerous one. And yeah, it's just a video to put, just want to make this video just to share our experience, because it might be, they even said, not to, the first vet said not to even operate, it was all over. And what if we listen to them, because they said either way, if you remove the spleen, they're probably not going to survive long anyway. So yeah, So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and yeah, cheers.